Okay, welcome to our first movement and meditation class online that we'll be posting for all of y'all. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are in the lovely San Marcos, Guatemala.
Lake Atitlan, in paradise of a place to find center, serenity, and to come into your body for a great day of movement and stillness.
So you want to start with the intention?
Okay, so why don't you start with a nice seated position here, and always bringing to your day the intention of where it is you plan on being and creating for that day. Operative words here are being and creating. Today you're going to be moving your body and you're going to be creating space and expansion and oneness. So draw your attention to your body. So if your mind's kind of scattered already on like what needs to be done, and I got to get this done, and the coffee's on, and just move it back into the body. And in your seated position, just start to draw your shoulders down and back. Draw your chin back, raise the crown of your head to the sky. Start to brace your core and rise up to the sky as you send your attention to your third eye here. Inhaling in, exhaling out. And your intentions could be different than just movement, and just start to cultivate that today in terms of, for right now, the intention is to become strong and mobile in the body. That's today's class, is functional movement, is mobility and stability, how to improve the dynamics of this body. So draw that intention in as you inhale, thinking strength and mobility for your vessel. Exhale any tension, any tightness, any pain. Again, inhale, again, the intention of creating a body that is working with you and for you. Exhale out any doubts or narratives that you have about your body. Again, bring intention to love, honor, and respect the vessel that you're in that's brought you through so much of your life. Exhale any shame or judgment you have for your body. Exhale it out. And we'll sit here for a couple of breaths as you set that intention for this morning's practice. And then welcome in any other intentions you have specifically for yourself in terms of what you intend and want for your beautiful vessel, the beautiful body that gets you through life. And then let's go ahead and just come back into your body, open up your eyes, and get mobile and strong in our vessel today.
Okay, so you want to start on your back. And start with your arms. Well, right on your belly, actually. Start with your hands on your belly, and feet you can have bent. And we're going to start and just come into the body and start to breathe into that belly. Feel your inhale come in, feel it lift the belly up, and then feel it fall back down. Just breathing into the belly. That's the only thing to do at this point, is just feel the breath come in, expand into the abdomen, into the front side, into the sides of the belly, and then let it go. And again, pull that breath in, pull it into the belly, and even find the back side of the belly breath here. As you find the ground with that low back, find the low ground, the ground with your low back. So take that pelvis, roll it backwards to flatten out that low back. And now again, breathe into the belly. Excellent, and let it go. And fill up one more time into the belly all the way, as much as you can. Really feel it. If you're not feeling the belly rise and fall, put your hands there and really find that breath. Good, and let it go. And now take those shoulders and bring those shoulders down to the ground. So we're just going to go over the diaphragm breathing and how we stabilize the body, because that's really the foundation of all of it, is the breath work, is how we stabilize from that initial breath. That's what keeps the spine in alignment. That's how our body stays safe and supported. Just like air in a tire keeps the car driving well on the road, having a nice strong breath is going to keep us moving forward safely and strongly as well. So now take a deep breath in, into the belly, exhale, let it all go. And really find these shoulders now and challenge yourself to bring those shoulders all the way down to the ground. All the way down. Great. And take the backs of the hands and put them on the ground, the backs of the hands. Very good. So keeping those shoulders down on the ground. Breathe into that belly now in this position. This is the foundation of our posture, of how we hold ourselves against the forces of gravity in space. So really opening up those shoulders, externally rotating the shoulders into the ground so that the backs of your palms are into the ground, and drive those shoulder blades into the ground so you can feel them in the top part of the shoulder into the ground. Now holding this position here, bring that low back down to the ground as much as possible, and go ahead and straighten out those legs. So you've got a nice, strong, straight body. And now gently press the heels into the ground. Just gently, toes back towards the face. Gently contract the quads, pull the knees up a little bit. Keep the low back against the ground, shoulders on the ground, backs of the hands against the ground, and breathe into the belly. Good. Really focusing on that belly breath, breathing into the belly. Exhale, let it go, keeping the ribs tucked as the ribs come down. Good. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, bring the ribs down. Good. Breathe back into the belly. On the exhale, bring those shoulders back down. Wide collarbones, really wide collarbones. Good. And then now we're going to bring the shoulders into an anti-shrug. So this is the basic posture position of standing, but it's a completely lying flat tree pose, right? Tree pose is just, I'm standing, I'm strong, I am a tree resisting, I'm fighting the forces of gravity, I'm going upright. The crown of my head is going towards the ceiling. So we want to be able to practice. We want to practice this posture, we want to practice this positioning, and the ground is our teacher. The ground is our excellent teacher because it gives us the feedback. We know that the ground here is flat. We know we want to stand up and have flat posture. So we practice on the ground. When we practice that posture on the ground, it helps us in every single aspect of our life. So we practice. So now we're going to bring it all together. So go ahead and relax everything for a second. Good. And now we're going to bring together the whole thing to create the horizontal tree pose. Now this is also going to be a radiation. So first we were doing some diaphragm breathing. You're not actually breathing air into the belly ever. Air doesn't go into the belly. What happens is the diaphragm descends out of the thoracic cavity into the abdominal cavity. When the diaphragm descends into the abdominal cavity, it creates pressure. So we pressurize ourselves. We take that prana in and it creates inner stability. How wonderful and synchronistic that life force and prana is the same thing that stabilizes us. And as we practice so frequently, you can modulate your biochemistry and your body and your physiology with your breath work, with prana, with life force. It's so simple that it must be true. That's the principle of Occam's razor. The simplest answer is usually the best answer. And using the stuff that keeps us alive to change our stability and to change our physiology. By physiology, I mean your stress levels, your hormone systems, your endorphins, your levels of happiness, joy, anything. All of those can be easily modulated with the breath, with prana, with life force. So, irradiation, on the other side of this, is how do we create whole body stability? The law of irradiation says that the more muscles that fire together, the stronger and they all contract. So it creates a stronger, safer body as we go through these motions when you can combine irradiation with the diaphragm breathing. So, to the lying down tree pose. So lay horizontally, bring your toes back towards your face. Gently bring the quads up, gently turn the glutes on, breathe into the belly. Bring that low back down on an exhale. Exhale the shoulders all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. Externally rotate those shoulders. Bring the backs of the palms down to the ground. Now, like someone is pulling you from, well, first, a shrug is when you shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. That's a shrug. Now, we're also going to practice the anti-shrug. So this is the last step of the really locking in how we do this tree pose, where it's an anti-shrug, like the shoulders are going down, and at the same time it's like there's cords that are on the fingers, and this is all of the fingers are driving down towards the ground. And when you do that, you're using your lats, these big muscles on the sides of your body, to actively drive your shoulders down away from the ears while keeping them externally rotated and in that position. So the arms are driving down, and then you're getting tall out the crown of your head. Get yourself getting taller, whole body turning on, pressing the backs of your palms into the ground, pressing the back of your head gently into the ground, feeling yourself get taller, breathing into the belly. Exhale, feel that exhale, ribs down, low belly towards the ground, breathe into the belly. Good. Feel that strength and stability of the whole body being active and in the right position. Breathe into the low belly. Good. Feel the full body integration. You are integrating all of the different aspects of your body now. Breathing into the low belly, keeping the shoulders externally rotated, palms down in the back. Breathe, relax everything. Relax. How's that feel?
Really, really good. The whole body is just activated right now.
That's excellent. That is the idea with irradiation, is that we can take that same skill and we can apply it standing. However, if we are never able to achieve that position and ever, meaning if you can't do it laying down on the ground where you have the ground and gravity is pulling you flat, how are we ever going to achieve that position and stability standing up? So one more time, let's just set this up. So when we say irradiate, we want to turn the whole body on, and we want to find that level of stability like we're turning into a stone gargoyle, like you are a statue. This is one of the best, most fundamental skills to practice that we can ever do, because it's how we turn the body on. It's our connection with our system. Can we turn it on? And we'll practice relaxing too at other times. But so contraction and relaxation are both skills. The same is true emotionally, right? It's easy for us. We can get good at turning on and turning off. Those are important skills. So one more time, just to irradiate the body. Feet shoulder width apart, toes back towards the face gently, quads are on, gently squeeze the glutes. Breathe in, fill that belly all the way up, expand it. Exhale, drop that low back down to the ground. bring the shoulders down to the ground. Externally rotate those shoulders and bring them all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Yeah, open chest. That's what, if you wanted to bring the palms out a little bit, to bring the palms down. Good. Inhale in. Tuck those ribs all the way down. Good. Now breathe into the belly. Keep those shoulders anti-shrugging, like you have strings pulling your fingers towards the earth beneath you. Good. And then getting tall. Breathe into the body. Feel yourself getting tall all the way. Your whole body active. Good. Good. And relax. Excellent. And from here, let's just practice that position with a little bit of movement now. So go ahead and bring your knees up. Good. Bring your hands right above your shoulders. Shoulder blades still on the ground. That's the tricky one. The shoulders have got a mind of their own. They always want to come forward. We're so used to that. Good. So now breathe in, and then just take your left arm and exhale it all the way down flat behind you. And breathe it in forward. Exhale your right hand down flat behind you all the way. Bring it up forward. Exhale, shoot your left leg straight all the way down. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Exhale that right foot down all the way. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale both arms down all the way. Inhale both arms up. Exhale both feet down all the way. Inhale both feet up. He's making it look easy. It's not quite that easy all the time. Exhale your left arm and right leg all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale your opposite arm and leg down to the ground. Inhale it up. Exhale, switch arm and leg. Inhale up. Exhale, switch arm and leg. Inhale up. Rest all the way. Good. So these positions, we're moving the body, we're just getting motion in the joints. We're practicing that spine stability. Spinal stability starts at the top of the head and it goes all the way to the tailbone. That's your whole core. That's your spine. Your spine is your brain. So if you have pain anywhere along the spine, the brain takes it very seriously because that is the brain. The brain is inside of the spine. So we want to practice real core stability from top of the skull to the sit bones. And we learn how to use the hips and the shoulders independent of the core, which encompasses the spine and the brain. So again, bring the arms and legs up here. Bring the knees up. If you need to leave the feet on the ground, that's okay, you can do that. Or just lift it up and hold this position can be a great first step for people. This is the first step actually for everybody that we work with, is being able to hold this position right here. So we inhale into the belly, low back flat. Exhale, blow those ribs down all the way. Again, blowing the ribs down is right here. Good, breathe into the belly here. Excellent. And now hold this position, bring the shoulders back down to the ground as much as possible. Keep those shoulder blades on the ground. And exhale your left arm and right leg flat all the way. This time hold them on the ground there. And breathe in here. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, flatten that low back. Inhale, breathe into the belly. If you need to, take this hand out to the side. Keep that arm straight until you can find a position where you can press the back of the palm down into the ground here. Press the heel into the ground and breathe into this position. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, low back down, ribs flat. Good. Breathe into this position here. Press the back of the hand into the ground more. Exhale, hold. Good. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, press the right heel down more. Good. Pressing back behind you. Pressing back behind you. Exhale, lock it all in. Inhale, bring the arm and leg up. Exhale, right arm and left leg down. Again, hold this position. Find the correct position where you can keep that arm straight and bring it back. So if you can't find the ground right behind you, then bring it out to the side until you can find the ground with the back of that hand.
Wow.
It's tougher than it looks. This position, if we're owning the core and the diaphragm, it doesn't lie, because it won't go down if we don't have the prerequisite shoulder, chest mobility, slack spine mobility that we're looking for here in order to have that really flat position. This is like overhead weights and pressing. People try to do overhead pressing, but they don't have the ability to actually be flat, and so then they end up doing this to press, and they put their back in a precarious position, and then their shoulders. But anyway, breathe here. Press the back of that hand down. Good. Ribs down. Good. Breathe into the belly. Good. Breathe into the belly. Press that heel down into the ground. Press that foot down into the ground. Good. Press the back of the hand. Don't let me lift this hand. Lift it. Squeeze. There it is. Good. Breathe into the belly. Fill it up. Exhale. Lock it in all the way. Inhale. Breathe it up. Exhale. Switch arms. Inhale up. Exhale. Switch arms. Inhale up. Switch arm and leg. Inhale up. Switch arm and leg. Inhale up. Relax. It's challenging to hold that position, eh?
Yeah, that was a little bit different in terms of where I can get my arm down to. And so recognizing just there's restrictions I have that I need to work on.
It's great. It's good stuff. Now we're just going to go through the joints of the body. We're just going to move through the joints of the body and get some motion in all of the joints. So starting just on the ground, go ahead and actually you can lay on your back still. And we're going to go ahead and just grab behind your left leg and pull your left leg up. Good, right there, just so you can see your foot. And straighten your foot as much as possible until it's comfortable. And in this position, I want you to point your toes all the way down. And then roll the arch of your foot in and around. And roll it back up towards yourself. And then roll the arch out. Roll it down. Good. And bring it up towards the face and dorsiflexion. Roll the arch in. Inversion. And then roll it out and pronate that ankle and press the toes out. And now let's switch directions. Roll it the other way. Roll that ankle around. Bring it in. Bring it towards the face. Roll it out. Roll it in. Move it around in a big circle. Excellent. Getting that range of motion. When you go point the toes, curl the toes. When you bring the toes up, splay the toes. Great. Switch sides. And just start on this side, actually just with toe curls. Just curl the toe and extend the toes. Just the toes. Curl the toes, bring the toes up towards the face. Curl the toes down, bring the toes up towards the face. Good, and now roll that foot around in circles. Point the toes down. And then slowly, like you've got a big paintbrush on the toes, bring the toes up towards the face. And then bring the toes down, point the arch away from you as far as possible. Bring the toes up, spread the toes, curl the foot in, arch towards you, toes down, curl the toes down, roll it all the way up. Excellent, and switch sides. And roll the foot down and bring it in and around. And do 2 more circles here. Excellent, just like that. Now grab underneath the left foot again. The left, go back behind the left thigh. That's what that thing is, the hamstring. That's the word. So now you're gonna hold here, and this time we're gonna move right here at this knee joint. So you're not gonna move at the ankle. You're gonna keep the toes pointed back towards you, and you're just gonna roll that foot in and out. So like you've got something on your heel, just roll that whole shin bone in and out.
And if there's any confusion of where you're moving, because you could just move your ankle, you can just place your finger right here on the tibial tuberosity, and you'll feel it going right and left. And that's kind of how you know that you're actually moving from the knee. It's very subtle motion here.
All right, and now we're gonna roll it all the way in and extend. and then roll that ankle out and bring it back in all the way. And then roll it in, and then roll it out. And with it rolled out, extend it up, roll it in, bring it down. Extend it up, roll it out, bring it down. Excellent. Switch sides. And again, find that same position, balancing on one leg, having the feet go back and forth. The foot is rotating like this. However, the ankle is not moving. The ankle is toes up towards the face, and the heel is turning right on the heel like it's pivoting on something, and that motion is coming from right here. This tibial femoral joint is the one that we're warming up, so just going in and out, noticing a difference between the sides. If one side feels looser, tighter than the other. Excellent. And now extend that foot with it rolled with the ankle, the foot, and the knee rolled out. Roll it out, extend it as much as possible. And then roll it in. And then bring it in, flex it all the way, roll it out, roll it in, and extend it with it rolled in, roll it out, bring it in, roll it in, roll it back out, and extend it out, roll it in, whew, bring it back in. Excellent.
Workout.
It's good. This is functional movement for the body, practicing moving the body with intention, with a lot of intention, to bring that awareness back to control and to mastering this biologic system that houses your animating energetic field of awareness.
You'll feel tightness. So again, we started off with bringing your intention into the body. This is where you're bringing your full attention onto what I'm feeling in my body. And so like when I'm doing it, I can feel the tightness I have when I'm attempting to rotate. I can tell my muscles are tight. And so it's not just a lax rotation. You're feeling that muscle go as far as it can into that rotation until it stops. And then you're going the other way. What you're actually feeling when I say tightness is you're feeling muscle fibers that are saying, I can't go past this yet. And so as you do this practice daily, you'll start to see that you get more motion in all of these joints that are supposed to be mobile, that have become tight over the years from sitting and not moving.
Excellent. You want to jump into the hip standing cars?
Yeah. You wanted me to direct it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do here is we're gonna now get motion into the hips. And so what here is the same concept of irradiation, is that you want the body to be in that same position that we just devised when we were flat on the floor. So again, head coming up, shoulders down and back, toes splayed out, and then irradiation again. Rib cage is going to be down. He's going to be breathing right into his belly just as he did. So there's no difference other than he has gravity working against him now. And so what you will do is you're going to have irradiation. So all the way from the head all the way down to the feet, the muscles are going to be bracing or contracting. And the only thing that we're going to have here is motion in that right hip. And so what this is, we're going to bring that right foot up and externally rotating. So what you're going to see is an external rotation in that hip. And slowly he's going to start to bring that hip up. And once it gets to a point where he can feel he can't bring it up any further, he's going to abduct that hip. That means he's going to take it outward. You can use a wall or anything to keep you positioned, or if you have a nice strong core, you can use your body and your arms to balance you. Once he gets that hip out here, you want to make sure he's not going too far back. That's not what you want to see. It's just to where that hip joint's going to let him go. And now he's going to start to internally rotate. Again, these are muscle fibers. As soon as that muscle fiber says, I can't go anymore, you're leaning, it's over. And then once you do that, he's going to start to extend that hip back. keeping his core nice and engaged. And then like he's kicking a soccer ball, he's gonna bring it right back through as far as he can, and then he's gonna bring it right back. And now we're gonna take that joint, the acetabular joint, and we're gonna go all the way back into extension. He's gonna take it back into abduction. He's gonna take it slowly all the way back into external rotation. And he's gonna slowly bring that leg back down to the ground and place it down, take a rest. On this one, we'll just go ahead and do one on each side. And so let's go ahead and do the same thing on the left side. And then we can come back again. So again, intention, intention, intention. Come into your body, see what your body's feeling, see where those muscle fibers are tight, see what you can and cannot do yet, and just be patient with the body. So again, he's gonna bring his body into irradiation. So everything is nicely turned on and braced, whole body from toe to head. He's gonna externally rotate that hip, slowly bringing it up. And the slower the better on this. And then once he gets up to full flexion, he's gonna abduct, that means take it out. He's gonna internally rotate to where his body will allow him to. Most of us will struggle a little bit with this. He's gonna extend that leg back, and then he's gonna bring it right back through. So this is the joint we're talking about. And then he's bringing it right back into extension. He's taking it back out into abduction. Look how his body's nice and firm. Again, make sure for balance issues or balance challenges, use a stabilizing wall or door, and he brings it back down. Go ahead and relax. Great. So again, the shoulder joint and hip joint, these are highly mobile joints that become stiff over time from sitting. You want to make sure that you are not forcing yourself in any position. So again, with all of these car routines, the second you feel, if I'm coming up here and my hip is telling me, wow, that hurts, I'm not going to force myself to be like, I can go further than that. We're trying to prevent injury here. And so what that means is I'm always on the edge of pain. So as soon as I get here and I feel pain, guess what? I'm going to come a little bit below it. If just because I can't go into that full range of motion, it doesn't mean I won't get there. It means my muscle fibers, all the way from my hip flexors to my extensors to my abductors and adductors, aren't ready yet because I've been sitting in an office space for 13 hours, and I need to let those muscle fibers stretch a little bit every day until they feel safe enough to say, I can go into that range of motion. So again, outside of pain, all the way around. Okay, so now those are hips. We've done knees, ankles, hip joints. We're moving on up to the T-spine. So we are looking at this part again that becomes kyphotic or tight over the years. This is just not the way humans are designed. We're designed to stand up nice and tall and straight and be able to rotate. So let's watch Nanda rotate left and right, feet together, and then we'll do a car rotation. This is just an example so you can see what good range of motion looks like. His ability to rotate all the way around so you can see his opposite shoulder face the camera is significant of good thoracic rotation. A lot of people, however, won't show that way. They'll attempt to do it and you'll see them get stuck. And what we're trying to do here is create rotation in this area in the spine, the thoracic spine, from like TL down. Okay, so controlled rotation of the T-spine is going to include same thing. We're irridating and we're just moving the joints in focus. This is going to be, go ahead and just bring your arms. You can bring them right over to your chest just like such. This is not coming from the low back or the neck. You can bring your chin down to your chest here just to kind of lock out that cervical spine. And then what we're going to do is you're going to slowly start to flex his mid-back, like he's trying to bring his nose to his belly button. So we'll do it from two angles so you can see it. And then once he gets here, he's going to start to rotate his body to the left side. Good. And then he's going to start to extend back, like he's looking up at the sky. Really, yeah. And then he's going to start to rotate over to the right side. And then again, his intention is on his T-spine right here. And then he's going to again start to side bend, lateral flex. He's stretching out this left side. as much as he can, and then he's going to come back into flexion, taking all of those facets in that vertebra all the way around, and he's going to slowly come back around. And then we're going to go to the opposite direction again. All the muscles in the body are nice and tight. He's going to draw his chin down to his chest.
This feels really good. This one, it feels really good because all of those vertebrae are so close together, and it's literally like this, like they're too tight, and now every time you're going, whoop,
Wow.
and you're creating that space between all these joints. And the ribs do the same thing. The ribs are here, and when I side bend, it goes whoop, and they all open up. It feels really nice.
This is fantastic representation. We're going to have it move to the side so you guys can see it from this angle now. So again, what you're seeing here is his body's nice and tight. He's drawing his chin down, and now he's going to just start to flex down. Look at how he just starts to flex all these muscles down. And now what he's going to do, he's going to rotate to the right as far as he can. He's going to feel his muscles say, okay, that's it. And then he's going to laterally bend down to the right. So now he has rotation and then lateral bend. And now he's going to, right at the fulcrum right here, he's just going to go ahead and start to extend over it. So now he's opening up all those joints as far as he can. Don't forget to breathe into these positions. And now he's going to take it to the opposite side. He's rotating to the left. And then he's side bending. He's opening up all these ribs and vertebra and facets over here on the right side. Excellent. And then he's going to go back down into the opposite direction. Body's opening up here, you guys. You got all the way from the foot all the way to the mid-back. And now we're going to do the shoulder blades. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, fantastic. Got blood rushing through, synovial fluid, micronutrients all coming into your joints. This is what you want every single day. Eat right, think right, move right. Shoulder joints, very similar to the hip joint, meaning that it's a complicated dynamic joint that has muscles that are coming all the way from the neck, from the mid-back, from the traps, from the deltoids, from the pecs. They're all attaching to help us go into these ranges of motion. So when you see me, for example, cannot get that arm down up here, it's because I'm so tight on the front and I'm not getting full range of motion into this joint. Down the road, throwing a baseball or something can create injury or pain. You want this joint to be able to rotate full range of motion. So here, we're gonna come into your irradiation position. Like we did on the floor. Shoulder blades down and back, rib cage down, breathing into the belly, always breathing into the belly, always bringing prana, life force into the body with your diaphragm. And then what we're gonna do with that right arm, we're gonna start with is we're gonna bring it into external rotation and bring it across the body. This is starting position. So you'll see he's coming in front of his body. So now what he's gonna do, he's gonna start to flex that arm up. So you wanna feel like, almost like pretend like you're reaching for something. So intention is here in that shoulder joint. He's gonna take it as far back as he can. And then as soon as he gets up here, he's gonna start to internally rotate that arm as he brings it into extension. And again, he wants to make sure he's not rotating anywhere in his body. It's just coming from that shoulder joint. Allow the body to be where it is. And then here he's coming across his body, pinky coming forward. He's touching the wall in front of him. Again, he's gonna be reaching for something, and then he's gonna draw that thumb to that back wall. As soon as that thumb gets to that back wall, he's going back into external rotation as he brings that arm up towards the ceiling, pinky reaching forward as he comes back to where he started from. With the shoulders, you'll probably want to do about 2 or 3 sets. We'll do it one more time on this side. Again, whole body stays nice and tight. Intention is in the shoulder joint. Feel where it feels tight and allow it to feel tight. If you feel like you're rotating that shoulder, just take it to where it can go. Again, you see how he's coming right back into that external rotation. He's drawing it back. Thumb touches that back wall. Starts to bring that arm back up. Nice and slow. Back into external rotation. Go ahead and relax down. Fantastic. We'll do the same thing on that left side. Again, he's bringing that arm across his body. It's an external rotation here. And now he's going to start to feel that shoulder blade. He's going to feel where it goes. He's going to feel all those fibers as that arm reaches for the sky. It's going to come into internal rotation. That means you're turning that thumb down and inward. And then he's going to start to reach for that back wall. As that pinky comes across body, still an internal rotation. So this is, again, you're going into full range of motion here. And then he's drawing that thumb all the way to that back wall. He's going to feel any restrictions he has in his body, and he's going to just stay there. He's not going to try to force that shoulder to go in anything. You don't want to injure that shoulder. You want to just be kind and gentle as you take that shoulder blade full range of motion, getting blood to rush through. Excellent. Let's do that side one more time, you guys. Again, this is a ball and socket. So that means that that shoulder joint internally rotates, externally rotates, flexes, extends, abducts, adducts. It does all those things. And so what he's doing right now is he's taking in the internal rotation, external rotation, flexion, extension, abduction, adduction. And then he's going to bring it right back through. Awesome. Looks great. He's like the Tin Man. We've oiled him up. He's moving really well now. And so we're going to do the final car. So this was a whole cars routine: ankles, knees, hips, T-spine, shoulders, and then we're going to do neck. And then, oh, why don't you, let me have you jump in and do the elbows and wrists.
Well, let's just do that quick. So just put your elbows at your sides. And then while you're here, just take your hands, keep them palms face up, and then roll your hands down as far as you can. And roll them actually in, so you're pointing your thumbs in as far as you can. Keep your elbows right next to your side. And then bring the back of your hands up towards you. And now roll those pinkies together. Roll the hands in, palms facing each other. Roll them in as much as you can. All the way. Extend them out. Keep the shoulders wide. Down. Good, now roll the hands in all the way. Tell your palms face up. Now pull them up. Keep them rolling in. Now roll them out. Now roll them back in all the way. And then roll them, squish down, press behind you. Good, bring them up here. Flip them back over so your palms are facing up. Now imagine like you have a beverage on your wrists and you can't spill the beverage by rolling the wrists in. Now in this position here, take the body and bring the thumbs. You're just moving the wrist. This one is really hard and frustrating for a lot of folks because it's hard to control ourselves sometimes. So take these here, now bring the pinkies in towards each other. Remember, don't spill the beverage on the wrist. And then flex the wrists up, fingers towards the face. And now bring the thumbs away from each other. This is really hard. Don't spill the beverage. And down. And now roll it in. And just roll some circles, thumbs away from each other. Bring the backs of the hands down. Gently bring the pinkies together, the fingers together. Flex the wrists, bring the thumbs up. Come back to neutral. And now we're going to reverse. Now we're going to bring the thumb and the fingers straight down. And now the pinkies are going to come together. Is that the same direction or is that a different direction? I don't know. This is really hard and frustrating though. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, feels good though.
Haven't done that in a while.
Okay. So, neck cars. For the neck cars, you're just going to stand up nice and tall, stand up straight, shoulders back. Go ahead and bring that chin down towards your chest. As far, it changes day by day. Right now, the back of my neck is tight. So you bring the chin down. You don't do the chest this time because you're just focusing on this cervical spine. So we're opening up that cervical spine. So the chin down towards the chest. And go ahead and start to slide that chin along your right collarbone. Looking over the right shoulder, bring that right ear down to the right shoulder. And then extend the head backwards. Really letting the head fall back as far as you can. You can open and close the jaw here. Feeling that open up. Bringing the left ear to the left shoulder now, rotating left as far as you can. Bringing that left ear to the left shoulder. Sliding that chin forward, flexing along the left collarbone or all the way back to the middle. Come back up to the neutral position. Excellent. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to rotate the other direction. So we're going to bring the chin down, flex it down. Slowly slide the chin along the left collarbone all the way to the shoulder. Gently bring that left ear down to the left shoulder. And in this position, really feeling that right side of the neck open up. So it's opening, relaxing all of those structures. Bring the head back, let it fall backwards. And letting it fall back and then rotating it over to the other side. Rotating it over, looking to the right as far as you can. And then letting that left ear fall, the right ear fall down to that right shoulder. Really feeling the stretch along the left neck here. Really letting that right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Feeling that left neck just really open up. And then slowly bringing that chin down to the collarbone, slide it forwards, back along the middle, come back up. Ah, good.
Great.
Excellent.
Whew.
Next.
Yeah, okay, so from here we're going to come back down onto the ground. So now we have learned some pretty fundamentals about stabilizing the body in dead bug, irridating the body by tightening your body up. Again, I can't emphasize enough the value and importance of mobilizing this part of the back that is kyphotic. And when you see old folks that are all hunched over like this, that's not a natural aging process, it's a natural sitting process that happens over so many years that the body doesn't know how to get out of it anymore. So it doesn't matter where you're at, we're gonna teach this body to get more motion in the T-spine. So we like to use a few different varieties. We're gonna do thread the needle for today. Some of you guys will have a little bit of trouble with this if you have wrist weakness or if you have any sort of challenges in your shoulder, but do the best you can. Knees, hips width apart. Again, he's gonna have his core engaged, spine nice and straight here. His palms underneath the shoulder blades, and he's gonna start by pressing that left hand into the ground. He's gonna inhale that right arm up to the sky. He's gonna follow it with his gaze. He'll stay here for a second. He'll exhale, take another inhale in, and then he's gonna exhale as he goes a little bit further into this. So you're gonna try to see just as far as your body can go, and then he's gonna exhale as he brings that arm as far through as he can. He's gonna press the back of that palm into the ground, and he's gonna push up with that left hand as he unwinds his own spine here. You'll tentatively hear some cavitations in your spine. Stay here for a couple breaths. Inhale in again, and then exhale as you unwind that spine. So what you're feeling again is this stretch all the way from your QL muscle all the way through. Good. And then inhale, open that up to the sky as far as you can, unwinding in the opposite direction. So again, what you're feeling here is a opening up of that T-spine. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. So again, what you're looking at here, if you could visualize it, is a vertebra that is trying to go into its full range of motion, right and left. So again, you'll take that arm as far out as you can. Just be intentional with your body. Don't push into pain. Let that other shoulder drop back, opening up. Push this hip down, and then bring that arm up. Rotating out as far as you can, and then drawing that palm down to the ground. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Come in with intention again, inhaling and using your breath. Your exhale always lets you go a little bit further into that pose. Good. And then draw that arm down. rotating that vertebra. Again, feeling that. You know, if you had one of us there with you, we could help you guys out here. Again, what you're trying to do is push. His arm is going to be the one that helps him out, though. He's pushing to the ground here, and he's creating this. Exhaling is where that release happens in his muscles. Yeah, and then he gets to go a little bit further. Good. Go ahead and bring that back up. You can stay for a few more breaths if need be. But again, just remember, vertebra is rotating right and left. Exhale is taking him further. It's releasing the muscles. Here's non-assisted, where he's just finding more space and more rotation in that move. This is in between your work breaks. Taking 5 minutes after sitting at the desk. You do not want this part of your back to tighten up and get stuck. It's going to change how your shoulder moves, your low back moves, and your neck moves. Go ahead and bring that on up. And again, you're watching him taking full range of motion. He's not just passively taking it here and just saying, okay, I'm done. He is in his body, in his mind, he is taking that vertebra as far as that muscle fiber will let him go. And then he's going to draw it back down. Okay, and then we're just going to do a couple cat-cows here, guys. And then I think the body's going to be nice and ready to go for the day. And so what you're seeing here is just lubrication, especially when you wake up in the morning. It's lubricating all the joints in this spine. Like he said earlier, your brain is located all the way down that spinal column. The vertebra is the aspect that protects that. And if you don't move, it tightens up and the brain can't do its job, which is try to get information from the world. And so this is him again, just creating motion, side, left, and right, moving the hips, moving the shoulders. And that is a well-oiled machine. Now we're ready to go for our day. And so are you guys.
Yeah, that feels good.
I feel great now.
That feels really good. So let's go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Find a comfortable seat, however works for you today. If you're sitting in a chair, that's fine. Also, if you just want to lay down on the ground, on your back, that's okay too. And take a deep breath in. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a deep breath in again. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Hold at the top this time. Sip in some more air. Hold. And so when we take that deep breath in, we're going to take a quicker, shorter breath in, and you're going to breathe into the belly and then into the chest, and then you're going to exhale all the way out for a longer count of 5. Ready? Exhale. And immediately we're going to breathe back in, that short breath into the belly, into the chest. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Short, shallow, or sharp inhale. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more deep breath all the way in. Hold at the top. Sip in some more air and hold. Sip in the most air you possibly can and hold. And exhale, let it go. All the way to the bottom. And just allow yourself to take long, slow breaths. Taking more time on the exhale than you do breathing in. Sense the air coming in the nose and exiting. Life force in. Relax, life force out. And start to notice the sensations going on all around you. You can hear the birds in the background, you can hear the neighbors, you can hear maybe traffic on the street. Whatever sounds are around you, allow them only to ground you further into the now moment, helping you to find your center in the middle of all of this information that's coming at you constantly. Finding peace amidst all of the sensory input. Taking the time to let the mind go. Relaxing away from thoughts. Detaching from any stories of the day of what's coming next. What possibilities for the day there are. Who you'll see, and taking this moment to completely let go of all of it. To come into being. To become aware of the experience and to become the experience itself. So feel the sensation of the prana, of the life force, of the air as it dances across your skin. Feel it on your wrists, feel it on your elbows, your knees, on the back of your hands, on your face. Can you feel it on your neck? Can you sense it behind your ears? On the back of your head? Are there any areas of the body that feel warmer or cooler than others? How about the toes? Can you become aware of the space that toes occupy? Can you feel a tingling sensation? Maybe you can feel the tingling of life as it courses through your toes. Maybe you can become aware of the sensation in between the big toe and the first toe. And aware of the perceptions in that very small space. Aware of the space of your ankles. The outside of the ankle, the inside of the ankle. Becoming aware of the shins and the calves, and the back of the knees, and the front of the knees, and the kneecap itself. Becoming aware of the thighs, and the hamstrings, and the inner thighs and groin, and the outer thighs and buttocks, and the hips. Becoming aware of the pelvic floor, the reproductive organs, moving up into the digestive organs that constantly are providing us with nutrition all day, sending gratitude deep into the belly, right into the solar plexus, feeling that area expand with energy and gratitude as we thank all of our insides for the good they do for us all day long. Aware of the sensations of the skin on the front of your body, the abdomen. Can you feel where your clothing is in contact with your skin of the abdomen and the low back? Rising with your awareness to the lower ribs. Feeling that awareness go up one vertebra at a time to the back, and feeling that awareness as it comes in contact with the spine. Feeling the hips that support us all day. Feeling it rise up the vertebra one at a time. Allow it to relax all those muscles along the spine on the left and the right side of the body. Just breathe deep into the belly and exhale and relax any tension you're holding. Becoming aware of that sensations in the body up along the chest, and the sides of the ribs in the armpit, and the shoulders, and the elbows, the front of the elbows, forearms, and the wrists. Becoming aware of the energy as it courses through your hands and fingertips. Can you tap into the energy of your fingertips in space? Feeling the tingling sensation of life in your first finger, in your pointer finger. Can you feel the tingling sensation in the middle finger? How about the pinky finger? And the thumb? And the ring finger? Becoming aware of the energy of space that your hands occupy in space. Becoming aware of the energy of space now that your entire arms occupy in space. And becoming aware of your whole upper body and shoulders and arms and chest and abdomen, hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Becoming aware of the space that your entire body occupies in space. Allowing your awareness now to expand outside of just your physical body. Can you become aware of the space in between your knees and ankles in space? Connecting into the sensations outside of yourself. Can you become aware of the energy of space on either side of your ears in space? Becoming aware of the space directly between your ears and the center of your head in space. Holding your awareness in the center of your skull in space. Moving your awareness to the space between your eyes in space. Can you connect to the space between your eyes in space? And can you switch your awareness between your eyes in space and the space in the back of your head between your ears in space? Just noticing how you can guide your awareness between these different locations, between the eyes and the back of the head, bringing your awareness to your heart center, feeling that love expand, sending gratitude to yourself, and bringing that awareness back up to the head, to the center of the skull, and becoming aware of the space around your head in space. Can you connect to the energy of space surrounding your entire head in space? Connecting into the energy of the entire front side of your body in space. And moving the awareness to connect into the entire backside of the body in space. Moving the awareness to the entire right side of the body, the right leg, the right abdomen, the right chest, the right arm, and the left side of your brain. Right body, left brain. And switching your awareness to the left side of the body, the left leg, the left abdomen, the left chest, the left shoulder, the left arm, and the right side of the brain. And moving back into the right side of the body and the left brain. And moving to the other side in the left body and the right brain. Moving your awareness to the front side of the body. Moving to the back side of the body. Awareness to the left side of the body and the right brain. Awareness to the right side of the body and the left brain. Awareness of the entire body in space, of all of the energy of your being, in whatever room you are in, wherever you are. And can you expand your awareness to the energy of space around your entire body in space? Expanding your energetic field, feeling it grow outside of your being. Feeling yourself expand into the truth of who you are, connecting into the field of oneness. Can you be aware of the energy of the space that the entire room or yogashala around you occupies in space? And feel yourself connect into that field. lose yourself in the awareness of the experience. Become centered as the experience itself. And can you expand your awareness to the energy of space the entire world occupies in space? And expanding further into the entire universe in space. Feeling yourself expand into infinite space. Falling into the one thing.
Allow yourself to bring this attention and awareness into the expansion of this unchanging, infinite, timeless self. Start to identify in this space, this isness, in this now moment. Start to swim in this vast isness that is formless. Expand in and out with the breath and fall deeper into this state. Allow yourself to identify the I am with this vast formlessness. Move your awareness as you see the formlessness has no bounds. There's no walls that you hit. Let go of all concepts of form, of identity, of personness, of who you have attached yourself to, of the anxieties and stresses that come with form and identification, and move back into the vastness of formlessness, to your true state, the only state, the true state of your beingness. Be here. And keep coming back into this peace, finally. Watch how the peace expands, finally untethered from the form of the mind and the narrations and stories of the future, untethered from projections from the past. No longer looking forward and ahead, but resting and being here now in this expansion, this formlessness. Come back. Continuously come back. This is who you are. This is your true state, this ocean of serenity that never leaves you, always waiting patiently for your awareness to be upon it. This is the yoga. This is the asana, the movement practice, is to move here into this formlessness. All things that are done are to come back to this state, so why not just be in this state? No doing here, just your being. And spontaneously from this state arises the work to be done. Go deeper in as you inhale into this state. Go deeper beneath the forms and the layers of the mind, the layers that the mind has projected onto who you have identified yourself with, and go deeper as you find that all of those things are not even there. There is no form in who you truly are. And as you exhale, exhale wider and expansive into the truth of your essence, the essence that has no form, that walks into a room, that is felt without the senses. Allow everything from yesterday to fall away. Don't bring it into this formlessness, into this beingness. Today, all will be resolved in this state. Untether again from the mind and watch, simply observe. Observe as it attempts to come back and state its purpose and its sovereignty, and just observe the cleverness of the mind and how we have identified so much with the body, the mind. And just move your attention now as the witness, as the beingness. Just start to move your attention to all parts of the formlessness and observe from the formlessness, observe the form of thought. As a observer just sitting on a mountain, watch the thoughts wherever they may show up, either in the body, and then watch the body. Bring your awareness to the sensations of movement in the body, still recognizing the isness, the I am has no form. It is in this space of formlessness. Recognize the space around. Move your attention to the vastness of this space. Start to remember the true self here. Remember that you are the experience. You are observing yourself. On screen, the projection and you are the same thing. You are watching yourself as the self. The mind has only severed you from this knowing as a habit we have attached to it for day upon day upon day. But today we get to sever and untether from the illusion of self and melt back into the space of the experience of the animation of the body as it experiences you in different forms. Just observe, attached to nothing. With every exhale, let go more of the past, of the projections, and be more present in this state, which is always with you. In any moment, the breath can bring you back to this state, into this deep serenity and this deep peace, and let the mind rest finally. Let the mind observe this state. Let it attach to the self, and let it be your drishti, your point of focus. Because the self will guide you to what must be done in the moment. Bring your awareness in this formlessness and let the self experience itself as your heart opens up and you start to bring your awareness simply back into observing the body as your shoulder blades drop down and back. As you strengthen the energy from the pelvic floor and you start to bring vitality into the vessel that will help you experience your day as the self, and you squeeze your pelvic floor and you inhale in. You squeeze your core and you bring this energy up into the heart space, up to the throat, into the third eye, to the center of your eyes as it rises up into the sky, and then exhale as you dance between form and formlessness, and you inhale again, squeezing the pelvic floor, the abdominal floor, the bottom of the abdomen, the core, opening up your heart space. Stay here as you inhale into the heart space, allowing the formlessness to open up any tightness, any restrictions here holding you back from experiencing any protection that you have, any fear you have of experiencing life is no longer there. Inhale into the heart space again as you see a green light opening up, expanding more. This is the seat of the soul, the seat of the heart, the seat of the formlessness, so you may experience your life. Healthy body, healthy mind is all designed for you to experience life. Nothing to do, and let go as you inhale and you again squeeze the pelvic floor, bring the energy up. Deep inhale in, rise it up all the way up. Let all the muscles in the body get tight, irradiate all the way up to the top. Hold it, hold your breath. And then exhale, relax. And as oneness, as formlessness, as divinity, as freedom, as boundlessness, you can, when you are ready, open up your eyes. Find gratitude for your practice, for showing up today, for experiencing life today, for having the strength and the will to be able to conquer anything that shows up in life today. Identify the mind is an illusion. It will instill that you need to be better, that you need to have more muscle, that you need to have more money, that you need to, and it will go on and on and on. Do not attach to any of it. Continuously come back to this presence.
In Lakesh. In Lakesh means I am another you. It's a Mayan greeting. And it's very similar to the more traditional the light in me honors and loves and respects the animating light in you, and that we together are the one animating thing. We are all one thing. And it is with great love and reverence that we honor you for showing up for yourself and for this practice and for spending the time to take the time to do the real work, which is to escape the illusions of the mind and to come into serenity and peace. So we honor you greatly for that and send you all the love and all the power. Namaste.
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 In Lakesh.
In Lakesh, yes. Have a really good day.
More to come, you guys. Stay tuned.
My feet are so asleep. I cannot feel them at all.
Ay, 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 ay.